Welcome back to the channel, guys. On tonight's episode of Scully Productions, my Corvette is back at Anjavar's shop because it's broken again. But tonight's not about my car. Tonight's about, where is it at? This green race car behind me, Brad, and we're gonna talk about how time attack works because I haven't a clue. I'm just good at doing burnouts, sliding around, and occasionally putting a Corvette in the ditch. You have a fair bit more skill behind the wheel than me.
A little bit, a couple years.
So for you guys who don't know, this is Brad, and well, Rob doesn't want to be in it, but he's over there in the back. The two mechanics at Anjavar Motorsports that did the clutch on this car in October of 24, I think.
October, yeah.
Yeah, October 24. Right. We've already actually been to one track day, so that'll be, he's running now that I put him on camera now. Yeah. You want to tell us about this and how, well, your mom donated this car, or you got the car?
Yeah, kind of. So,
right.
So this is my 2001 Mazda Miata.
Let me go over here so I can see it.
So 2001 Mazda Miata. It started its life like every other Miata with a little bit of horsepower and a lot of fun. Like
this one right out there.
Yeah. So originally my dad bought it for my mom because why not? It's a fun little summer car. I was, I guess, just starting university. We brought it home and I was like, oh, we got to make it cooler, put wheels on it, tinted the windows, the normal stuff. I went away to university, spent the whole time researching stuff about how to make it better and cooler. And then actually, to my surprise, while I was gone, my dad put an exhaust on it. So it had a MagnaFlow muffler on it. And then that was pretty much it. So mom drove it to work. I would drive it on evenings and weekends when I was home from school.
Right.
And it was awesome. It was like she, well, I already knew how to drive standard, but this is the car that my mom kind of taught me how to drive well in. And then it just went from there. I took it to a track day, took it to a couple autocrosses, and just, yeah, knew exactly what I needed to do with it. So
yeah, it's not a stock Miata in there anymore.
No. So it started with a supercharger kit on the factory motor, made about, well, couple years of development with that, and we ended up getting about 220 horsepower out of it, and it worked great. But then the supercharger failed. So I was just gonna rebuild the supercharger, but they're kind of hard to come by and expensive. And right in around that same time, an LS1 swap kit package, whatever you want to call it, guy was planning to do his car, was gonna move away for work, couldn't do it, sold the whole thing. So I couldn't refuse it. So then I ended up with the LS1, swapped the car in the driveway at home, and at that point, like, it was already green and we were already racing it, and mom already was mad. But that was pretty much the tipping point of it's not really her car anymore.
So you guys think of all the stuff my mom's been put through. I haven't put a V8 in her minivan yet, so.
Yet.
There's a yet, there's always a yet.
Yeah. But so right now, this is, well, I guess year 8 of this car, I want to say, 8 or 9. It's an LS3, makes 500 horsepower to the tire. We run, well, we have a couple different wheel and tire options, but we're going to be trying out 305, 200 treadwear tires all the way around. So 305 square setup, big splitter, big wing, full roll cage, and pretty much everything is custom built by us for the sake of making this poor little car go as fast as it can.
It's a wicked car. I love this thing. I can't wait for you guys to see some of this car on track because it's wild what this car can do. And how does that series work? How does time attack work? Because it's not.
Yeah, so like it's kind of funny to explain because it's not oval track racing. It's on a circuit, so we turn both directions. But it's not done like traditional circuit racing where it's green flag to checker flag.
Right.
It is simply like fastest car wins. So we build the car based on certain class rules. So in our case, we run Super Street class of the CSCS time attack. So we have a set of rules we're allowed to build the car to, limitations on tire size, suspension style, tread wear, and even like in the other classes, the amount of interior you have to have, and if you must have a roll cage, and if you must have a race seat, and things like that. So there's a lot of little rules, but other than that, as long as it's a street car, so it starts out as a VIN production car, it's considered a time attack car. So it kind of rules out like, oh, I have unlimited money, I'm gonna buy an F1 car and beat everyone, because an F1 car is not a production car.
Right.
So certain vehicles, like say a Z06 Corvette, isn't put with a normal Corvette, so they're in their own class. Generally, like in say Super Street, we're high enough that we're with those Z06 Corvettes, whereas a normal Corvette would be in street class or even production.
Right.
So our class is almost no rules. The one up from us is unlimited, and in unlimited there truly is kind of no restriction other than for safety. You must have a cage, you must have fire suppression, because those cars go fast enough that
you need it.
You need it.
Yeah.
We're second from the top, so we are a quick class, and yeah, you go out and you run as fast as you can. So all day will be timed qualifying sessions, usually about 4 or 5 sessions at about 15 minutes usually, depending on the track. So we have 15 minutes to place a good lap time, and we're out there with lots of people, like we're out there with everybody. They try to space everybody relatively evenly and fairly, so you're on track with similar paced cars, so you don't get in each other's way, and there's not too much passing, not too much battling for corners. Kind of go for as fast of a lap as you can, and then if in CSCS at least, if you're top 6, then at the end of the day they run the time attack. So that is 3 laps, no holds barred, all out,
yeah.
Fastest man wins. It does get intense. You're put out, so for example, like with us, it's usually the same group of 6 guys. We all know who's fast and we all know who's on one that day, so it's fun competition, but it's competitive, right? But when it's the end of the day, you space yourself out, so nobody's near you, no passing, no fighting for corners, no nothing like that. You're just out there to drive your car as fast as you can go.
So this is obviously, we've been talking about Brad's car, which still has, it looks like a full interior. There's a lot of it's been stripped out. This is gonna catch me at some point. Sometime this season, I'm gonna have a nice gash on here. The sorry mom on the bottom of the wing. I like that. I really like that.
It's a good touch.
I like it.
That.
Yeah, that's good. My mom thought that was pretty funny. And then you race against this car?
Yeah, so this is Cody's RX-7. 93, I think it is. Whatever. FDRX-7.
Yeah.
Has the LS7 in it.
Right.
So the 7-liter V8. It works really well.
It's obviously here for some work at the moment.
Yeah, so we have a bit of work to do. We're gonna remount his rad, do some of the aluminum welding on that. We're gonna install a cage for him, because now that it's going faster, obviously you wanna be safe. And then eventually probably spoiler uprights, and then just a few other things to get it back running perfect for the season. So, but another example of a time attack car built to a set of rules, but completely different chassis.
Right, because this car, I mean, your car doesn't look very much like a road car anymore, especially the wing and everything, but it's extreme, but it doesn't look like stupid extreme, I guess, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Same with this car.
But yeah, this, like, he still drives us on the road to get to events and whatnot. I don't. Again, like you said, mine's a bit more out there looking. This one's a bit more casual. But yeah, this thing's fast.
But you need the aero on yours because you're a smaller, shorter wheelbase,
short
right?
Wheelbase, the smaller car, it definitely helps me. And yeah, and Cody does run a big wing,
right?
But like a nicer, like a carbon wing,
right?
Not quite as tall as mine. And then he does experiment with splitter. He'll, depending on the track, he can take it off and whatnot, but a bit more casual. Like with the FD, that longer wheelbase, it can fit a bigger tire.
Right.
It doesn't take as much work to get the grip out of this thing that
yours does, yeah. Because you could drive this down the road and probably not get a whole lot of cop attention, but you might sign some autographs.
Yes, so. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, the flares, the custom front end, the huge wing, it stands out.
It's noticed. The engine coming out of the hood.
Yeah.
It's a noticeable one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited to, well, follow you guys around this season, but just to be around the race cars and stuff. I get a kick out of that. And, well, I mean, you know, I'll be a returning customer as well. So I actively am right now.
Yeah.
So anything else?
I don't think so. I think that's it. But yeah, Time Attack it's fun. It's different. It's a party. It's a bunch of different cars. Yeah.
And I hope I can portray that through the lens for you guys this summer. I'm really excited because it's a new type of video for me. I've done a lot of car meets and car shows and drives, but getting to be at a real race event, I'm really excited about that. So thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.